Welcome to this pre-Hearth and Home patch Valheim build video. I know things are about to change with Valheim quite a bit. And it'll include a lot of building blocks, new things that you can make in the game with Valheim. And the game is about to blow up all over again. It was one of the biggest launches of 2021, if not the biggest launch. And I actually joined in late. And soon after, a lot of my friends got tired of the game for good reason. Um, Sometimes it involved a disaster, losing all your equipment. Other times it was just because we'd finished pretty much everything in the game. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go through a few of the places that I've built in this game because I know things are going to be very different after Hearth and Home launches. So this is actually kind of anticlimactic in a way, but I'll give you the tour from the front door of this place. I'll just start with one of the first ambitious builds that I embarked on. And one of the things I like to do in games where you can build your own bases, where it may even be essential to do that, is to actually concentrate a lot of my time on building a base, gathering materials, learning new things. And one of the first major bases that I built was this. Building in a circle is one of the hardest things to consistently do in this game. And while this base is abandoned, I didn't tear it down for materials because I actually like it quite a bit. Let's see if I can get a further view out. And yes, this is part of the joy of building games. You get to show off a little bit. So from a distance, that's what that looks like. And spawn is way over there. So let's take a quick peek at what this now empty building looks like. Let's see here. And some of the touches that I put in. So yeah, the door is kind of... So I didn't know a lot of the tricks that I learned. There's nothing in there. In doing this when I first built it. So the floor is pretty uneven. It looks the wood looks kind of patchy. Even the roof is not snapped together perfectly. That's why you have some rotten boards amongst perfectly fine boards. And I didn't really know too much about flattening the earth, only that it helped. That's why there's a dandelion growing right in the living room. Anyway, and this is also was built before I actually got up to building with stone. So on the second level, sorry, you have a few places for people to sleep, and this was set up for friends who wanted to set a spawn point real quick before going off and adventuring on my server. Go up to the third level here. I think this was the hardest to build because I wasn't using iron and I wasn't using a lot of stone at all. Actually, no stone at all was used in the making of this. And it was made so you could set a fire down there and the smoke would go straight up there. And it worked extremely well. Also, I put a couple braziers up there. I don't have any coal on me, so I can't light them, but it's fine. And this was my portal room. So spread out across this circle, you'd have portals leading to all different places all around the server. Valheim is still one of my top 3 favorite games. It replaced a couple other games I was really enjoying when it came out and when I finally bought it. And I'm really hoping that my friends get involved with the game once Hearth and Home comes out, and I will gently show them why I like it so much when that patch drops. So this is the castle I replaced that with. It's pretty linear. Originally, this was a bridge. So just to learn how to build with stone, I made a bridge across this span. And that was pretty easy. It was even easy to make it look pretty good. And I don't have screenshots or anything of that. But this is what the castle looks like from a distance. It still looks a bit like a bridge. It's long, it's narrow, it's huge. So what I'll do is, and this was supposed to be a tomb, but I never got around to building it out. So maybe I will someday. But it was supposed to be the tomb of someone. So let's see here. Okay, so yeah, this is spawn for the server I adventured on the most, played on in the most, and there's only one boss that we didn't manage to kill. It's pretty cool. I'm very happy with the progress I made in the game. So someone spawns there, and they get to see this coming into my home. There are no protections or anything on my server, so anyone can just walk in and check this out. And I've got some supplies stacked up in this entry room, and to the other side I have a hatchery, which quite honestly never hatches any dragons, but these are all dragon eggs that I've found across the landscape and managed to lump on back home. Some using the log off and then on trick. Okay, so really didn't get to put anything here. And then you get to the kitchen, which is really not very spectacular, but it is very important. And then you come out, and of course there's lots of carrot stew. And it's a bar, sort of a tavern for my adventurer friends. And that's still fermenting, okay. So that's not ready. And of course, it leads out to the docks, which this is an okay spot to fish from. I really just wanted a sheltered dock, and I put a roof up there at one point, but it wasn't quite tall enough, so the mast of the larger boats kept on getting stuck, and that would cause some pretty serious issues with the boat, and we sometimes have to destroy it and then rebuild it somewhere else to get it out. And it would also take a lot of damage from storms, which is something that I kind of hope they tweak a bit. And of course, these are all trophies. And the special of the day, which is almost always carrot soup. And then you come out to, well, the next part. This is where my portals ended up. So, this being the main portal room for the server, you can get practically anywhere. It's not fully explored, but as you can see, I actually got to explore quite a bit of the server. And most of those, for people who don't play Valheim, most of those tags are player made. So I'm the one who made all of those markings on the map, except for just a few that marked bosses and such. So there was a lot of exploration. It took me a long time to find the trader. And that was an interesting journey that I actually got help from several different friends with. Well, okay, so yeah, one thing I skipped, there is actually a little lookout built into the gatehouse here that faces my old casa, my old home. And sadly, one of my friends did actually die by falling down there by mistake, so you kind of have to be careful. Let's see. Gina Wee, another streamer, actually helped me with exploring and looking for the trader quite a bit. I don't know if she actually got to see all of this, but here we have an empty room for guests, and it's all ready for them to make their home in. It's a much higher class spawn spot. And of course, there's extra stuff for them to put down in chests and supplies and stuff. Let's see. Does this have wood? Yeah, there's some wood here, so I can start that fire up. Oh, I've got some wood on me. Never mind. We'll just refuel that. So nice, cozy rooms with a high class of decoration. Let's see. That's my room. It's smaller but cozy, and it's got some cool stuff in it. It's a bit more customized, and yeah, some backup gear just in case I get killed. And this is Flectasia's, so she's a friend that actually took a moment to move into my server and did some running around and exploring. That's always sort of the test of a build, to see how much other people enjoy your construction work, and see if they pick up any tips from it. That's one of the reasons why I like visiting other people's servers. I learn every time I see something that someone put a lot of time into, and Flectasia and Genoe and a bunch of my other friends who played this game for a while, well, they provided a lot of tips that helped me out. So this roof was a struggle. I didn't really bother with making a stone roof because I wasn't working with a lot of iron when I made this. These are some of the first iron supports that I built anywhere. And this is, of course, my crafting and supply room. And there's a lot of stuff here. Let's see. So, moving right along. This goes downstairs to the bar. This goes out here. This used to be just an overlook. I kind of wanted to turn it into my bedroom, but I liked having this open. And it turned into another crafting area where, when I got to the level of using a windmill and adventuring in the plains, I may as well grab that. I actually just used this area for a bit. Used to 70s to die in a couple other games using different shortcut keys. Yeah, I basically built this facing spawn to be a little bit more, I guess, flashy for anyone who first joins my server. Oh, dear. Oh, that's the wrong button. Snooze. Try shooting properly. I can't believe I missed. He's actually a very good bowman. Screw it. Let the deer run around. Right, so let's take a trip through a portal to take a look at a smaller castle that I finished before this. The smaller castle is a place that I built to sort of celebrate finding the trader. And I was actually going to move there, but then I had a few ideas concerning this place, including the Hall of Portals, and got back to working on this. But I did finish the trader outpost. It's more like a tower keep, just because I had some ideas for this and I wanted to finish it. So there's a bit of a crafting area down here with a nice bench and some emergency food. Of course, more carrot soup. And a place to cook. Let's make sure that's fueled up. I always like having a warm fire by the trader. And the main doors take you right out to the trader. Hey, buddy. Just take some blueberries while I'm here. And yeah, there's mountain range as well. So this is actually a really nice adventure start out spot. And yeah, I made a little planter for no real reason. I'll just leave those there in case I need them. Oh, thistle spawned. Nice. That was originally why I put that there, because there was a bunch of thistle right by my build spot. And then I planted some carrots when the thistle was taking forever to spawn, so I just Those doors interact awkwardly if you open them up in the same direction. But yeah, that's totally based on something I saw in a castle, historical castle book. Is talked about how some castles that were actually raided, most castles actually never were seriously under siege, but a few that were, I think the one that I saw that idea in France, actually did have iron gates and these thick, heavy banded wooden doors as well. And yeah, if you didn't have keys for both, you weren't getting in. And I can't remember why they had them, other than the castles were under siege a few times. I think there were some kidnappings, but anyway. So this is, as you can tell, not quite as high end in terms of accommodations, but this is really just a spot to drop some stuff off and set your spawn point. Okay, yeah, we never use this. And then go out and adventure. I'll just leave it open. And the banners are just so people can talk about which room they're in using a point of reference. I don't think, no, we never use this. And this banner just hides a supply closet with some, oh, I'm low on amber. Amber fuels this place. It fuels all the torches. And I don't have any on me. So they last quite a long time though. And then there's the sort of kingly room, which has the best view. Oh yeah, it's all empty. Yeah, so I mean really, there's enough room for a lot of people to hang out. And even though there's a nice big view here, you're still sheltered. It took some experimentation to oh yeah, it's called the perch. It took some experimentation to figure out how big this gap could be while people inside were still considered under shelter. So I'm trying to think, are there any other great builds on this? Well, before I pop through the portal, we'll step outside and take a look at what this looks like from there. Oh, there is more thistle. I just missed it. Thistle is precious. It's used in a few things and a lot. It's used a lot. So yeah, a little banner. You can see the perch view there. I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's a bit catchy. The chimney is here, over on this side. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Alright, so let's step through the portal, and I'm just going to take a quick look at the portals to refresh my memory, because I love the game, but I've been trying not to play it very much over the last few weeks, more than a month, because I know Hearth and Home is coming, and I don't want to wear myself out on this game. So this was Motor. Yeah, there's nothing really built there, just a way to get to that boss. We'll do a quick tour. Surprised that loading screen is so fast, or so slow. Yeah, this is not a place where I've built. Let's get out of here. Oh yeah, you can hear the wolves fighting other stuff at night there. That's a pretty active spot. I don't think I've visited that portal in an awful long time. Okay, so there's that. Don't remember where yellow leads. I don't think it's a major build, because major builds have names in my server. That's unconnected. That's not connected. Okay, there's bone mass, and that's another boss. Right, Triumph Hall is connected and incomplete. But yeah, I'll quickly show you the farm that I started. Excuse me, the farm that I started building. Do I have any meat on me? Ooh, that's not good. Have a blueberry. Oh wait, I have sausages on me. Let's just And I think there's trouble. I can hear trouble in the woods. And that's... We'll leave the doggy with some sausage. Hello, doggy. Would you like some sausage? Yeah, so this was never finished, but I definitely intended to. Maybe after Hearth and Home is out, I'll finish it. I don't think it'll be that much trouble. I don't actually have a lot planned for this, but he's reacting to some baddies outside. So what we'll do is we will eat some grub, get our weapons out, let our health regenerate. We'll pop through this portal because that's the only way out of the portals are the only way out of that tower. It's meant to be another hub for that continent because there's a lot going on there. Oops. Well, I just buffed the crap out of myself. Right, so the other end of the portal looks like that. You can actually see the tower there. And I'm just going to drop. Sorry for anyone who has a virtual fear of heights. But I've got to get to the trouble around this tower because it's driving the wolf there crazy, and that means he's not eating. Okay. Where are you guys? Here they actually, in this game, the developers actually... Hey, how'd you get out? Oh no, I have a few wild ones around, that's right. Come on down, you crappy assailants. Yeah. Yeah, I have some wild wolves that I trained and then let run wild after breeding a few. Okay, you guys are annoying. I missed. Well, okay, I'll just go kill these buggers. Pardon me, wolf. So yeah, this wall was part of an older building that was here for a while. And you can see the ambitious tower I started. Continuing that without iron supports would be pretty difficult unless I continued it in just wood. And this is the farm that I eventually built. My first farm was just walls and sort of a cheap longhouse. And this has a pack of wolves living in it too. So I've got to feed them. Let's drop all my sausages off. They'll feed and they'll breed, and we'll have more wolves like that one. Hey buddy, you're cute. Hopefully there's enough there for them. If not, some of them will go feral and they won't kill each other, but whoever comes here will be in for a surprise. Okay, so yeah, this is meant to be a storage room for the farm, and of course this is the field where everything gets planted. It doesn't protect extremely well, but I think it looks better than just what I had for a farm before, which was literally just some walls. And okay, so this is eventually going to be the main room where, if I decide to finish it, there will be some seating for people to hang out and eat, and some, and then you go up here and you have the portal room, which I'll probably make fairly small when I divide it up and create a couple rooms for people to sleep in up here, or to make their spawn point. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, other than the honey supply, basically. So that's what's down there, just beehives. And I plan to add more. And there's a wall walk, a parapet. So not too exciting, but I had fun doing this. I like this sort of open design near the top. I use it when it's appropriate, when it'll look good and make some sense. Let's see, is there anything else? There are other minor sites, but those are the ones that I think are most interesting. Did you eat your meal? Oh, that's, yeah, you didn't want blueberries, but those sausages are gone, and you're happy. Very good. I don't think wolves can follow you through portals. Yeah, I don't think so. We've tried that a few times. I'll just show you my old farm for fun. It's pretty much abandoned, but a couple of friends did actually help me start it out. Probably thinking that I'd use this property as a... Actually, I should just sleep somewhere. What is that? Oh, looks like there was stuff that I dropped before. Old gear. Oh no. Well, I'm just gonna jump into bed, sleep the night away, so we can explore in daylight. Once again, you run at the head of your warriors, the weight of your father's axe in your hand. You wake with a war cry on your lips. And we're up. It's morning. Day 958 on this, in this server. Okay, so yeah, that's the portal room that we just came out of. This was one of my experimental towers. I learned by doing, so that's exactly what I did. Kind of went, well, I want to see what kind of towers I can make. All right, build a few towers. I want to see what kind of buildings I can make. That took no time at all, especially since you kind of really need buildings. But these are really sort of archer platforms and watchtowers. And I built a couple. The place has kind of fallen into disrepair, no doubt, because I haven't been using it for a while. Whoops. Could fix that stair. This is another type of tower that I played with. Ah, yeah, and it probably got smacked by a troll. I like to do that. Let's run down there. And that's the third. We don't have to go up on the third. So, just different types of towers. Oh, look, a turnip. Or carrot. Just another carrot. Am I... Oh, my inventory's full. We'll leave that around for someone else to find, maybe. I don't really care about old tower shields. So I still have some stuff here. I haven't bothered moving this, you know, these forges. And this is the original storage room and workroom that I slept in. Alright. Back to the unfinished tower. Let me think, is there anything else? Well, there is something new I was building on a new server, but it's far from complete. It might be abandoned until Hearth and Home comes out, which may actually cause a full restart of everything, because yes, I have a higher level character. He has, oh well, I'm equipping that, eh? He has black metal sword, shield, the best armor. He's pretty decked out, but I don't mind starting over. Part of the journey in this game is building up, which is, I think, why a lot of people abandoned the game once they'd finished most of the challenges built into it, most of the bosses once they defeated them. Okay, so just for fun, we'll go see my tiny building in the plains, which isn't actually something I built. This is a tower that I moved into and then made a nice trench around, so goblins, or whatever they're called in this game, I can't remember the name that they call them. It's in the Norwegian tradition, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so these bad guys can't get in here. I can take them out with arrows instead of having to face them. Okay, we'll just grab that barley flour. I don't know how barley flour got here because all I get out of this is barley grain. But just pick up some of the extra stuff that's dropped into my trench. Mostly from dead things. Oh wow. I've got cloudberries growing in my trench. Very cool. Let's see. I'm going to get rid of... I can get dandelions anytime, anywhere. And more resin. Oh, of course, yeah. The dwarves. The dwarves in this game don't look like the dwarves of Tolkien's fantasy, but reflect a more old Norwegian tradition of dwarves, where they're made from the earth in a more literal fashion. So when you kill a dwarf, you get wood and resin and stone, which, yeah, of course, what else are you going to make a dwarf with, right? And they're not these intelligent, charming, or rough around the edges dwarves that you find in fantasy today. Let's see here, like the stuff that I was just writing. Let's see here. So yeah, I think that's the tour. I didn't really want this to be a long video, and when there's something new built, or when I feel like building, maybe I'll stream this and have a nice chill and build session, which I'm about to do with 7 Days to Die. I'm going to log in on to the 14 Days to Die server and just chill and build. That is, unless other players have advanced that server to another Blood Moon night where the Horde is going to come and try to eat my face, in which case I will defend. So, thanks for watching. See you next time. Wow, that really shouldn't save. Snooze Frenzy will return in a moment.